everybody. It's 8:32 on Monday morning, the 10th of July, and this is your pre-opening comment video number 1824. And there's really not a lot going on right now. Asia and Europe are mixed to lower. Another poor number out of China, and also a positive CPI. Excuse me. On the economic news front here, all we have today are wholesale inventories at 10 o'clock, and one I always like to watch, consumer credit at 3 o'clock. The futures have been doing absolutely nothing. At 7 o'clock, the Dow was up 20. At 8 o'clock, it was up 26. Right now, it's up 30. NASDAQ was down 32, then down 12, now down 8. And the S&P was -3 to -1, currently -1. Kind of interesting, a couple of things. IEP, that's Icahn Enterprises. This is the holding company for Carl Icahn. And the stock, well, it was almost a decade ago, but the stock was 150. And it came down, had a bunch of rallies. I mean, it's not terribly volatile up until a couple of months ago. There was a write up by Hindenburg Capital, which is a notorious short seller. And that came out in early May, when the stock had closed the day before at about 51. The stock immediately that day fell from that 51 level all the way to 37, closed 40, and then 2 days later made kind of a temporary low at 28, consolidated a bit, and then fell all the way to 18 in May, the end of May of this year, so a month and a half ago. It's moved back up, and the Hindenburg report was talking about the fact that Icahn had used his personal stock for loans, and that he was getting margin calls. I want to explain something to you guys. Very wealthy people borrow. They don't pay themselves. They borrow money from their enterprise so that while it may provide them income, it isn't taxed as income. And I'm going to guess that that's what happened here with Icahn over that 10-year period from when it was 150. And he got stuck with it. The loan got to, this is all predicated on the fact that at some point in time, you pay the loan back or you carry it to your grave, sorry. But I have the feeling that that's what happened here. And what he's done now is convert it into a new loan, sort of like debt consolidation, but it unties the stock so that the stock is not negatively affected by payments for the loan or even interest for the loan, although I'm sure it's uh, very, very low, considering he's taking it out of one pocket and putting it in the other. In the meantime, the market loves what it's hearing here. The stock, let's call it 10 days ago, was 26. This morning, it's been as high as 33 and three quarters. The last is 33.09, and that's up $4.23, or just short of 15%. And also, in last night's letter, I mentioned about the difference between a lot of these teleprompter readers and their writers uh, to spin things instead of reporting them. And in that vein, Helen of Troy, um, reported this morning. Um, and according to them, they beat top and bottom line. Well, they didn't beat on a year over year or even a quarter to quarter basis. They actually made less money and did less on the revenue side. This stock has been up in the last 10 days from 95 to today. It was 125 even. The last on it is 123.15, and that's up 1061 or 9.5%. Their beat was versus FactSet's expectations for them, not anything else. Um, and part of their problem is that they've lost a major customer. Bed Bath and Beyond's bankruptcy is what is involved in their miss. Um, so the headline is Helen of Troy stock surges after profit and sales fall but beat expectations. You know, I've said it 1,000 times. I'll probably say it if I live long enough, 1,000 more. Beating lower expectations is not beating. Beating is quarter over quarter or year over year. The company making progress, getting bigger. Beat means better. Less revenue and less earnings isn't a beat. So there you have it. Okay, chart on the screen is the bonds, which we have taken a pretty nice gain on. They have broken down here again, made a slightly lower low, but I'm a little bit skeptical about the Wednesday and Thursday CPI and PPI numbers. A number that comes in hot will probably hurt us, and so I'd like to be out by then. All right, folks, have a good one. I'll be back later.